But look, Trump understands what many don't. Houthis, the Islamic regime in Iran, they don't see a difference between the Star of David and the Stars and Stripes. To them, we, the West, are the enemy. They call America the big Satan and Israel the little Satan. They hate our Bible. They hate your value. They hate your freedom. They're not coming for us instead of you. They're coming for both. But here's the good news. Israel and America are not just allies. We are covenant partners. Our friendship is not based on politics. It's based on prophecy, on shared Judeo-Christian roots, on standing against darkness together. The future of the Middle East will not be decided by mobs on social media. It will be decided by nations bold enough to call evil by its name and to build peace through strength.
Need Netanyahu. And there is no other lost tribe of Israel than the Biafra, the Igbos to be precise. There, Israel, America is coming. They are coming to defend their fellow Christians, their fellow faith believers. That is what they are coming for. Not just only by Nnamdi Kanu, they are coming for the entire Christians. And they which the 99% of the entire Christians in Nigeria are the Biafrans, the Igbos, to be precise. And you take a look, even regard to what happened yesterday protest, the same Igbos are the same set of people that Nigerian government kidnapped, arrested under a peaceful protest. Even they are not even the chief organizer. The chief organizer walked away freely and even went to them and he talked to them, yet they still allow him. But to the people that partner they will, because they are Igbos. You see that Igbophobia of a thing, Christian as of a thing. You see why they themselves are like, okay, we were coming because we have been hearing about this and they have been sending delegate to come and do observing. And they have observed several occasions and they have discovered and agreed that of a truth that Christians suffer much humiliation, intimidation, and death in Nigeria. Now, they are coming. Number one, there is something I would like you to understand that will make them to come. The killing of the Christians and the protest that happened yesterday, the way Nigeria treated it, handled it, is another thing. Another thing is this. Nnamdi Kanu is a Jewish by religion. In practitioner, is a Jewish. The other one, I could remember when he was first arrested before they grant him bail. They asked if you were Jewish, prove it. Which about Jewish, 4 Jewish from the Israeli visited Nigeria. I could remember vividly. As at that time, they visited to prove to Nigerians and to the world that yes, this young man is a Jewish and he practices Judaism. That's another point. And another point is this. Nnamdi Kanu fighting for freedom. That is his right. You free my people. You are humiliating my people. You are intimidating my people. Good and fine. And the world are seeing it now. The world are agreeing with it now. They now know of a truth that what the man is saying is true. That actually the Igbos in Nigeria, the Christians in Nigeria are being marginalized. Their right is not given. So Donald Trump and Israel whatsoever, you know, Donald Trump have already said in 2019, when Buhari was in power, I mean the late Buhari, the late Buhari, he said that to you, both to the chrono Buhari and the original Buhari, he said to them, the way you are killing the Christians, they should stop. You remember? So now I believe if he chooses to come now, I don't think it will be, you know, a new thing because he have already known every in and out of Nigeria activities against the Christians in Nigeria. That of a truth that in Nigeria the jihadists are the one working freely. They are truly the one in control. They are truly the one that have liberty in Nigeria. But the Christian ones are not free. So the Christianity faith and the Christian people in Nigeria, citizens, need to have their freedom and their peace, which constituted 99% of the Biafrans. You see why they say they are coming. And lastly, again, why the Israel must come and the need of them coming is this. Again, in addition of what I have earlier said, if you go to the map, recently the Netanyahu government have discovered it of a truth that the Biafra is in their map. Are you hearing me? The Biafra is in their map. Ever since we have been saying that we are the African, especially Nigerian Israel, Nigerian Jewish. They never believe until now they begin to do their research. They have discovered of a truth that Biafra is an ancient name with the ancient map. Even before Israel got their independence in 1947, because they fought war after the end of the Second World War in 1945. So they now proceed ahead in 1947 to get their own independence, which they finally established in 1948 as a nation. You remember when Macron was challenging Israel regarding to the fight against the Palestinians, Netanyahu replied to him that Israel used their blood to get their independence, that nobody helped them. Hello? You see why now they have finally discovered this, that of a truth, that these people are the tribe of Israel, but the lost tribe of Israel that has fallen in Africa, Nigeria to be precise. You understand? So, and these people, freedom is needed. So, Netanyahu need to come. The lost tribe of Israel.
But you said this is come to Africa.
Yes, the lost tribe of Israel need Netanyahu. And there is no other lost tribe of Israel than the Biafra, the Igbos to be precise.
The lost tribe.
Yes.
Okay, but from what is it said, but a lot of people have said no matter what the Israeli or the US, are planning to do for the Biafrans, that nothing can be done as regards the division of Nigeria, that Nigeria is can never be divided.
Nigeria can never be divided. The reason is because of the oil. But Nigeria can be divided the very day the oil stops. One Nigeria is the oil. End Nigeria, the day oil end, Nigeria will end as one. But let me tell you, he said there is nothing America can do or Israel can do. Can Nigeria withstand them if they say, okay, let's go to war? Or is there any, when you come to diplomatic aspect of it, you don't have anybody in Nigeria that can withstand that can withstand people like Israel in ICC? Did Nigeria have any? You think in ICC you have all these cock and bull lawyers that fool everywhere that don't have certificates? You see Tinubu, you see all of them in corridor of power. Ask them for their certificate, forged and bad certificate. Is that what you are going to use to defend yourself in ICC? Whereby Nnamdi Kanu, only Nnamdi Kanu have defeated the entire Nigeria in Nigerian custody court of law. Then you say you have somebody here. Who are you going to bring? You don't have anybody, because the people you want to use, you can't get them anywhere apart from the Biafra. It's only from Biafra you can get people that have the capacity, that have the impetus, that have the criteria, that have the qualification, that have the satisfied certificate, that can stand in international ICC, International Criminal Court, to defend anything concerning Nigeria. Of which they don't have it. They don't have it. If they do, let them try Nnamdi Kanu in ICC. Knock her back out. And she made a confession that the only place where Nnamdi Kanu, who has what it takes to his standard of level of intelligence, can only try in any other place except ICC. So what are we saying? They don't have. They can. So if Israel, there is something I would like you to understand. There is in 18th centuries. Excuse me. In 18th centuries, there is a law under the UN that permits the world power to use its veto power, its position, to give a nation freedom. In case you don't know, I want to quickly remind you that in 2019, when Donald Trump was the American president, then he exercised that authority as the world #1. Are you hearing me? He exercised that authority. And how do I mean? It was in his first tenure that he declared Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Up till today, it stands. True or false? It stands. He uses his veto power. So the time is coming. If Nigeria refuses to do the needful, to follow the rightful thing the way it should, the veto power will be, the authority will be invoked on Nigeria. And a law will be passed on Nigeria. Can see ordinary Nigeria, ECOWAS itself cannot face Niger. Now Nigeria won't face people like America or face Israel. Only 2 soldiers that Israel need. Only 2 soldiers. Send them to Nigeria. Nigeria is gone. They don't need to carry many. Only 2. Nigeria is finished. Who will be Nigeria? Ordinary Niger. You understand me? See, and let me tell you, do you know that what Nigeria is doing is provoking the world the more? Putin is not happy. I don't know if you check the Twitter, the recent thing, and it was as a result of Putin's support that make Madagascar today have a military president. You don't know? The support of Putin, Madagascar now have a military president. And today it have happened, and they have stand. Now they are joining. Madagascar is now joining Burkina Faso, the Sahel region. Now, as we speak. So internationally, main countries that are well to do are facing out of Nigeria. And when all these people face out of Nigeria, that means Nigeria will remain but 0. And remember, these people that are facing out of Nigeria were the people that was used against the Igbos in the Civil War. And somebody that don't know will come, Igbo lose. Igbos did not lose war. No support. Nobody supported the Igbos during the war. Go and do your findings. Nobody supported the Igbos, but they faced the war for 3 good years. You see people like England, you see people like America, you see people like Russia. These are the people that support, that follow Britain to fight the Igbos. Who be Nigeria? Igbos conquer Nigeria down to Ore. Yes, go and do your history. Go and check it, do your finding. We conquer Nigeria down to Ore. It was the British. The British, thank God Egypt is here. Another African country that joined. Egypt, Britain, America, Russia, and others. These are the people that fought the Igbos. These are the people that helped Nigeria. You see why it's like Igbos lost that. Igbos lost that war. Ojukwu has to go back. You understand? That is some non-entity that don't know anything will begin to tell you, why should Ojukwu run away? Well, did Nigeria face him? Were they able to challenge him? Were they able to face him? Ojukwu ran away because of what? The international forces that involved themselves in the war. That is what makes Ojukwu to back out. Who be Nigeria? See, let me tell you this, that you don't know. G.Y. Danjuma, go and check his Twitter. Currently now, he's warning Nigeria. Come this time around, it's not that time. Yes, these people are born with as a warrior, as soldiers. They are born as soldiers, warriors. You can't defeat them. If they can hold on that kind of war for 3 good years without backing out, that means you can't defeat. And let me tell you now, Nigeria cannot command the influence that they have before, because the British are losing, and the British have had so many enemies now, which the enemies they are having now are the people that helped them before. So they cannot have a say again. When it happens, it will be only Nigeria Biafra. I wish Nigeria cannot withstand it. Do you understand? So, my beloved brother, let them free Master Nnamdi Kanu. He's a man that did not commit any crime. When the young man came to Nigeria, he instructed Nigeria to bring development. Ugwata Seaport, build it. Delta Seaport, build it. Let Enugu become more vibrant. Let Onitsha Bridge, Niger River, be built to standard. Let every part of this country enjoy the same thing. Balance the economy, balance the development, balance everything, and they turn it down. That was why he stood up and he decided to change his mind by standing out to fight for the freedom of his people, which today you can see that marginalization that he said is purely true.
But what Soludo said, should they, come around? Like, should they, like he said, Nnamdi Kanu be released. But what Soludo said in RSC, he said that's why they said it matters in court when it was Abiola's turn, that it was in court. See, Abiola later died. That's what they are saying. They are trying to repeat it to Nnamdi Kanu. He said the Southeast governor, if they really want to release him, that these last few days have shown the true color that they are. That because Soludo said if once Nnamdi Kanu comes out, that they need to dialogue to talk about where the Southeast will grow. Do you think it's high time the president call Nnamdi Kanu, call these agitators, and finally ask what is the problem?
Yes, that would have been a good idea. To dialogue. Because in the first place, he came with that dialogue ideology, which Nigeria turned it down. So, and as it has come to this level now, no dialogue, the only option is nothing but Biafra and no going back. Them that are visiting Nnamdi Kanu will tell you, even Wike have confessed it. When you meet him, he will tell you Biafra or nothing. Because he have lost everything except his life that is still remaining in the hand of God. And Nigeria have did so many harms to him, expecting him to die by now. But what is still keeping him is what they don't know, and they cannot tell. And that is to tell you, Chukwu Okike Abiama is with the Nnamdi Kanu, is with all the agitators, and he will continue to be with them. And nothing will happen to them. No matter the evil Nigeria we program against them, he no go stand and he no go walk. So far Nigeria they march this earth. So far they are the one, that person, they breathe air. No being create the air. So far no being create this air. Nothing will happen to Nnamdi Kanu. The one that created Nnamdi Kanu will continue to give him life. Except a man that can use hand and catch air like this. Whereby nobody can use and catch air. Nobody. Nothing they do that they will succeed against Nnamdi Kanu. He will live and he will succeed and achieve his goal. No matter the plan of Nigeria, that one is Abiola, but this is Nnamdi Kanu. Abiola is different. Kanu is different. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free our freedom fighters.
Where is the list of the sponsors of terrorists that the United Arab Emirates sent to Nigeria? They have it. You have it as a government. Why don't you go after them? So I am calling on America and I'm calling on the entire world to put pressure on the Nigerian government. I want the international community to help Nigerian government, help the Tinubu administration. He met it, but he must get to solve the problem. Millions of Christians are right now disarmed. I know how many houses I'm building. I know how many people I am paying their school fees. I know how many people I join in their burial, mass burial. We can't deny the truth. The truth is the truth. What is genocide? I will close with this, and I want you, if you really love your country and you believe that it's time we join forces together, the moderate Muslims and the Christians, we join our hands together to bring a stop to this. President Tinubu, I will tell you, you need to watch some of the people you have as national security advisor, as some of the people as ministers. It's not that Nigerians don't know who are giving strength and power. Some of the senators are blood-tested senators. Senator Buba from Bauchi is there. You can go check the records. How many of the bandits he has kept in his house and gave them ammunition and gave them? It's there. The DSS director, you know them. The chief of defense staff, you know them. You gave an order to go clear them. You know where they are. I know that sometimes your hands are tied. But let Nigerians for once rise up and say enough is enough. the killing, the inflicting harm, the forced displacement. Oh God, I pray that we all come to this point to know that there is only one nation, and this nation is our nation. We must all fight together. So join me in this move. Let's pray at the same time. Let's speak out and cry out.
Kanu! Get outside! Outside! Get outside! Get outside!
Let me put this perspective very straight. Nnamdi Kanu has not been convicted of any crime of terrorism or for terrorism in Nigeria by any Nigerian court. He has also not been convicted by any foreign court for terrorism. So it will be sad and uncharitable when he begins to describe him as a terrorist. The administration which that young man said, that is the Buhari administration, when a number of elders from the southeast and where many Nigerians were appealing to Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu, he made a statement. He said that let the judiciary and the courts decide Nnamdi Kanu's fate. That was Buhari, late Buhari. Now, during this time, the judiciary decided the fate of Nnamdi Kanu. The rule of law decided the fate of Nnamdi Kanu. For instance, Umuahia Federal High Court gave a verdict in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. The Court of Appeal affirmed another decision favoring Nnamdi Kanu and asking that he be released. That is extraordinary rendition from Kenya or anywhere to Nigeria was illegal. And based on that he should be released. The ECOWAS courts also added their voices. The United Nations People's Court also added their voices. African Charter of Human Rights also added their voices. These are, organs and institutions that enhances the rule of law. Buhari never heeded such calls, as the case may be. Now, for the former PA or assistant to not term Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist, that you cannot, it's like he's forcing on Nnamdi Kanu a fair to comply. And he has already found him guilty, even when the Nigerian court has found him guilty. That is something I cannot really begin to understand. And for him to now compare the situation of Nnamdi Kanu to Boko Haram, you see, it's sickening and nauseating. Because the Boko Haram variant of terrorism is akin to that of Al-Qaeda. We don't really know whether that the religious, philosophy struggle that they are into, whether they are into economic or I don't think so. Nnamdi Kanu is not in that Qaeda. So it is a misconception, an uncharitable word for that man to now compare both situations. That Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. I really cannot fathom it out. It's so sad. Now, even as it is, IPOB that was prescribed, there are matters in court about the prescription of IPOB. Until and unless those matters are decided in court, it cannot be said, legally speaking, that IPOB is a prescribed organization. I'm not trying to, maybe support them as the case may be, but let us follow legalists and what the legal, authorities have said in Nigeria here. So it's unfortunate. And now coming to what Finaly has advocated, that let this be settled out of the courtroom. I quite agree with, Finaly's, assertion and postulation on the release that a political solution will be the best way to resolve this Nnamdi Kanu. Stop this particular court, whatever that we have. The AG of the Federation has powers under the Constitution to continue, discontinue, as the case may be. Even when trials continue, he has the right to do that. You can do it. Why not use those kind of verbs open to you and the government, and let's see if we can come to a round table and do what? Negotiate. I am saying this finally, not because of the fact that I am putting pressure on the government, or maybe I'm trying to echo views of others that are just within Nigeria here. In Turkey, there's a particular man, a young man they call Abdallah Öcalan. It's the same situation he found himself in Turkey. The PKK, etc., as the case may be. He's their leader. Unfortunately, he was also extradited from Kenya, this same Kenya, to Turkey. The same way Nnamdi Kanu was, extradited back to Nigeria. A lot of things went under the ground. He's still there for close to 2 decades in detention. But right now, as I speak with you, the PKK, under the leadership of Abdallah Öcalan and the Turkish government, have found out that the courts may not be able to solve this problem. So let us see if we can get a political solution. And that is why he told, when he saw the genuineness of the aspirations of government, he gathered his followers and said that we have used all means to achieve what we want. Violent ones, for that matter. They have not worked. Now is the time for ideas to speak. Let us see and negotiate with government for my release and see how PKK